The Chicago Sky have made two training camp signings, one a couple of days ago in Alex Wilson and one today in Morgan Bertsch, who is returning to the team after a brief stint with us in 2023, I believe. We're going to talk about it all and more, but you know what we got to do first.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We got Steve-O, myself, Hayes, in the building this morning. Steve-O, Morgan Bertsch, Alex Wilson, they're going to be joining the Chicago Sky in training camp. How you feeling about these signs? Let's start off with Alex Wilson. How you feeling about the Alex Wilson sign?
Now, Alex, aka Allie, she's known around these parts. If you really deep dive into the international game, she's from Australia, played with the Australian team. That's the majority of I got my knowing from her. But if you don't know anything about her, she's a two-time WNBL champion, which is the Australian League over there, Women's Australian League. First NBA first team, which was last year. So this is her first time getting her first team. So she's looked like she's coming off her best year or professional career, I should say.
Yep.
And rookie of the year when she got drafted. She's also an NBL 1 Central champion. So she's a winner. And what she brings to the game, for those who don't know her play style, like she's a guard. She's I for some reason I can't find her height, but she looks like a pretty tall girl, like in between
5'9".
Okay, yeah, like five. I was about to say from 5'9" to about maybe 6 foot. But yeah, she's a guard that can create her own shot. Can space the floor. She can shoot the ball, but she can also put the ball on the floor. Decent handle. Can make some plays here and there. So I think what she brings to the team, just another guard that is going to be going into a competition with Arella as well, that we also picked up from the training camp deal. So we just giving. Arella is like the bucket. She's a bucket as well, but she's a certified winner over there in Australia. So that's what she brings to the table.
Yeah, I like the Wilson signing because of we've had success with signings like this before. She's competed in a very competitive league. It's not like it's a league with not a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in that WBL league. She's averaged 15 points. She can get after it, and we need somebody. We need scorers mentality, right? As Camilla and Angel is still like rounding out and developing to the scores that they're probably going to be at some point in this league. You need players that are a certified bucket. So I love going out there and what the Sky did there. I think that's a very smart signing. We're still going to see what this team ends up being. I know you're a little bit more higher than I am in some areas, but I think overall, like the Sky continue to just make very smart acquisitions for where the place that this team is at, and the chance to have a lot of talent around as well.
Definitely a lot of talent around, especially at that guard position. Like, and that's my thing. Like, what I'm more excited about, especially with this signing, is the competition that's going to be at camp. Like, I hope they get some training camp footage, a lot of training camp footage, because her and a couple other guards that we pick up is going to go at it. So, like, I like it. It's just a competition. Also, like we did lose LA. Like, we did lose some valuable guards during this offseason. So these two moves that we about to talk about today with Alex is two people that we lost from this past season, where I feel like they're perfect switch outs for.
Yeah, and I mean, we probably need to get a video out. It probably won't be a live stream, but we need to do a pre-record joint on like the players that we lost and like who's going to be missed the most, because there are definitely going to be some players that we're going to miss on this roster, just hands down. You can't that left. Izzy's gone, LA's gone, Kennedy's gone. Like we're missing some firepower that we had, but overall, I like how we've made replacements and things like that. Morgan Bertsch, this is a player that me and you both are familiar with. She was on the team in 2023. She actually stepped in for us and had, if I'm not mistaken, there's a period of time there she was like top 5 in the league in blocks, like per minute or something like that when she was on our team, because she was actually playing some really good defense. Never really had the big offensive output. But how do you feel about Morgan Bertsch coming back to the team on the training camp deal?
As soon as we lost Izzy, I was like, okay, we need a body to replace that, and including Breein Turner, who we lost as well. Yeah. And then to bring back somebody that's 6'4", can play defense, hit the outside shot as well, have a decent little post game. I feel like she fits a little bit more of what Izzy didn't do because she just came in and tried to rely on the buckets that she tried to get. Some days it worked, some days it didn't. But on the defensive side, you got damn near to nothing when it came to Izzy Harrison. So when you come in with her, I think she just with this team coming off the bench, she's gonna be more. It's gonna fit way more than the last time when she was on this team because she had what's her name? That's in Minnesota. Like she was in front of her, she was blossoming. And we still kind of had the team kind of that we was trying to still win with. So it kind of just for us to move on from her. But I think now, today, she's only 27-year-old. Still, she got a lot of game in her left. She's entering the prime of a career. Like I said, 6'4" forward, can play the 4-5, a little bit of the 3 as well, outside shot as well. I think it fits a little bit more than what it comes with Izzy. But it's also just a training camp deal.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing with it, like we've seen training camp deals turn into actual deals. We've seen training camp deals turn into nothing. Like we've seen the vast majority of a lot of different options in ways that it can go. Here being a fan of Chicago Sky, so just because somebody signs a training camp deal, you can't assume that they're not going to make the roster because they very well could, right? It just depends on. I think still we're looking a lot on what we get in the draft now that we only have one pick in the draft, and what they do there. But I would say if I'm looking at these ladies so far, I would probably say Morgan Bertsch has a really good chance to still make the final roster, but we'll see, right? We still haven't heard anything on Brenna Maxwell yet for sure either. So we don't know what's going to go on there, but we'll see what the future holds there as well. But overall,
Kev brought that up on this morning Chi-Town Bulls pod. Check out that video. It should be dropping soon. But yeah, like I think Morgan is a realistic possibility because I mean we don't really as of now because we still can sign more people to training camp deals as of now. We got a pretty heavy guard signing in our training camp deal. So that's where I'm seeing most of the fighting going on right there. I think with Izzy going and Breein turning, Morgan's a shoe-in. She's familiar with the organization. And I just think personally our coach Tyler can get a lot more out of her than we've seen her with previous coaches.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, she's still gonna have to fight hard to make the roster. Our forward rotation is gonna be interesting to see like how that shakes out in this because I still think we're gonna play small at some positions sometimes, which with having Courtney Vandersloot out there again now as the point guard as right now. I think you would agree. Like she's the starting point guard right now. I don't see anybody passing up as a starting point guard. So with that, like getting more out in transition, attacking the rim, I could see us playing a smaller style and it working offensively. But again, it's kind of still early because we don't know exactly how that roster is going to shape. That hat is fire.
Oh, bro, I got the.
Is that 90?
97.
97 finals. That's fire. That's fire. But yeah, so there's still a lot up in there. But for camp signings and what they are, I think the Sky have done really good at bringing in ladies here in camp that have upside to be able to actually like. It's not the signings where you just look at them and say, oh, they're just doing them a favor. Like you can make a case for each of these women making the roster.
Yeah, so. Easy. Like when it down to Arella. Please tell me if I'm saying her name right because I'm not even gonna try her last name, but I think it's Arella. Arella. Yeah, she has a good chance because when I say that's somebody that they could just come in the game and just create for her own. You don't need her to make the best shot and everything. You don't need somebody to make the perfect pass for her, and that's what you're not going to get that. We don't as of now. I mean, Kia Nurse, I can't see a nice 2-man game with her and Kia Nurse as well. So yeah. Sitting right there. Matter of fact, Bulls Daddy might be right. I think this is a 98 hat. This is the 98 finals hat. But yeah, Arella, Morgan, I think is a shoe-in. Like I'll be very shocked if she don't make it. If Breein get that call, I think she has a good chance of getting it. So yeah, Arella, thank you, Raging Bull. But yeah, I think they all have a real legitimate chance of making the roster because I already said I feel like we can have one of the deepest benches in the league already. That's just purely off contracts. We add some of these people in, we gonna be somebody y'all ain't trying to play every week. I'm just saying.
So look, I would argue with that one. Like I don't know, like looking at Morgan Bertsch's stats, not going to do anything for her, but we've seen her here, and like I said, she was a productive, just get it done, dirty work, rebound, block shots player. I think that we're going to need some of that identity on this team. And as far as Arella,
That's what
She,
I'm saying. The guards, Alex
yeah,
and Arella, are gonna be fighting for
yeah.
that shot.
And
They
Ariella
gonna be.
though, she's a bucket. Like to like what last 2 years in college, averaging over 20 points per game. She just
Mhm.
hasn't really been given
The
something to where
opportunity.
it's been turned over to her. So
Mhm.
we'll see. And I mean, she has to earn it. I don't think anybody's a shoe in, but I won't say that she
You know
doesn't
who
have a
she
chance.
reminds me of? She reminds me of Ariel Powell.
That's fair. That's
Like she
fair.
like even now, if you give Ariel Powell a 6-man role, she's 6'15", 16 off the bench.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. But like you said, and I think Morgan's a shoe-in. We lost Brianna and we lost Izzy. That's the only people we got is our rookie and Emily and E Will at this point. So
Yeah.
I
That's
think she
fair.
is shoe-in to make the roster, to be honest.
Yeah.
Barring injury, she making this roster.
We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Tulip also throws in level of concern with Atkins' performance in the 3 unrivaled games. Small sample size, I know, but well, and you got to also remember, and not I'm not we're
Yeah.
not trying to say you're crazy for having your concern, and but unrivaled isn't WNBA basketball. It's its own
Yeah.
thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 3-on-3 is very different from having 5-on-5. Like you have to have more kind of one-on-one skills in 3-on-3. The spacing's less and things like that. So I wouldn't go off that. I'd honestly say go look at Atkins and some of her games over in WBL. The highlights are out there. You'll see she can ball. She can ball. So
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like 3-on-3s, it's for players that have a very high one-on-one game, know how to manipulate one-on-one defenses. Ariel's a player that she's IQ basketball smart. She know how to manipulate the games because she's reading the play. Okay, stays over there. They on in the corner. I got this lane. I could take it. And Angel on my left, so she roll with me. That's the thing, and that's the same thing with even with if you look at Angel, the first few games when it started off in Unrivaled, she wasn't fitting in because she's a WNBA style player. She knows how to play basketball 5-on-5. It took her a minute to adjust to the spacing, and it's a smaller court as well.
yeah.
So yeah, they got to get it. It just takes a little bit of adjustment
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, but I understand the concern about Atkins. Like
You
it, like
should
you,
be. I mean,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If they
yeah,
not playing good, I'm not finna. She ain't playing good,
yeah,
regardless of it's 3-on-3 or not. But yeah, you gotta. You ain't wrong for feeling concerned at all.
yeah. And like I wasn't as big on the trade. Like Steve was more positive on the trade than I was. But even then, I'm waiting to see how it's gonna go. And under Tyler Marsh too, like the coaching in Unrivaled is solid. Not gonna slight anybody, but
Even though I
Tyler
don't like,
Marsh on 5-on-5 is gonna cook a little bit differently
I was
than
about to
Unrivaled coaching.
say, if you talk about the roles, I don't like her now. I don't like her. I just don't like her as a coach. She
I'm not
just proved.
saying nothing.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it in the words of Truly. She's
Yeah,
showing why she ain't got no job in the W right now.
that's a fact.
She
That's a
just
fact.
she young, but she young as well. But at the end of the day, Tyler, yeah, WNBA ball, unrivaled ball, two different things, and it's two different strategies. You got to go about it,
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
and conditioning is a difference as well.
That's true too. That's very true.
Like
But I
you got
do
to be
think,
heavily conditioned.
for what it's worth, I do think Unrivaled it has definitely helped Angel. I think the skills that she's kind of had to polish out in 3-on-3 basketball, you take that over to the WNBA. Don't be surprised if you see more not heavy isolation, but if you see Angel Reese go more in when she does get isolation calls for her, and she's a little bit better prepared for it than last year. So,
Facts.
we'll look out for that. Any last thoughts, Steve, before we get up out of here?
All I gotta say, shout out to my TikTok crew. They the ones that Seaway and them, Tina and them, Truly and them. They keep me sharp on my college takes, the W takes, and I ain't gonna lie, we gonna bring y'all on during this season. We
I
got
was just about to say, Seaway. I really want to know if Seaway wants to handle the Chicago Sky Central TikTok. I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. I ain't got time. So hit me up, Seaway. It is what it is. There.
He be saying that's breaking news to me. He be say shit to me. Hey, that's
Listen,
right. She killing that shit though.
Listen, Seaway on TikTok. Listen. I tried to imitate what she did with Bulls, and I was just like, it's really a talent. Seaway got it. I ain't got the TikTok talent. Seaway got it. She be killing it.
Got that shit.
Yeah,
she got that shit. Sure.
But yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We will be getting closer and closer to the draft. Steve, one last question before we leave. As of right now, at number 10, who you got the Sky drafted? Just real quick before we get out of it.
Tahina Popow.
You
shorty.
think it's gonna be Tahina?
She bro. She got a game now. Like
Bro,
she is
we
not the same Oregon guard no more.
we said it before the start of the season though. Like I understand like why people like because initially a lot of
No, I
mouths
ain't
had
gonna
her
say
going.
me. You said it. I didn't know she was gonna turn in there. I ain't gonna say me. You
Oh,
said it.
yeah. I
Yeah.
listen. I thought that she had a chance to have the type of season. I just don't. I honestly at this point I don't even know if she's gonna be there at
Make
10,
it.
bro.
Yeah. That last, especially the way she iced the game
Yeah,
last night.
I just don't know if she's gonna be there. But I will say this: it's either gonna be Tahina because I believe that. I think more and more Georgia Moore is also an
She
option
was
there.
balling. Yeah, she been balling too. That was a good game. Even though they lost, it was still a great performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Where do
saying.
you think Cheyenne Sellers falls at right as of right now?
I still think she's 10-ish to 12-ish. Like I still
Okay.
think she's in that. But I was about to ask you, because it is a little bit of a reach. Rivers out of NC State.
So I like Rivers a lot, right? But here's my thing. I think that Rivers will be there at 16. I really think she'll be there in round 2 at number 16 with
She
her second
probably
round
will.
pick. I think we can get her there.
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. Then I'm
Yeah.
100% all for that. And what Bulls Daily just said, it's 87 people in here. It should be 87 likes. Get them likes up on my mom.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all make sure y'all following us at Chicago Sky Central on every podcasting app and platform of your choice. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, Chicago Sky Central gmail.com. Lastly, and I need voicemails. I want to get a mega voicemail mailbag episode out this weekend. And so for that, I need to hear from you guys. I want to hear your draft analysis. I want to hear your thoughts on free agency. I want to hear your thoughts on the trade. I want to hear your thoughts on everything. I want to do a mega. I'm looking for about 8 to 10 voicemails. I want to get a mega episode out there. So the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We do share it with Chicago Bulls Central, so don't be surprised when you hear Bulls on the voicemail, but I really want to get in the mega mailbag to catch up on everything because we haven't been as frequent as what we wanted to in the offseason. So I want to get that mega mailbag out, but otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one.